Hello, everyone. This is Kenneth McClary. We're finna get ready to get started in about a few minutes. I'm gonna give some people some time to get on the webinar. I want to congratulate you and thank you for being here, and I look forward to getting this started. Can anyone first, before I do, I want to know, can anyone hear me? This is Kenneth McClary. We're finna get ready to get started in about. You good? I turned the mic off. All right, let me go in there. You stay here. I know it's a feedback though. Get my heart beating fast. You got it plugged up, Nick? You got it plugged up? Hello, everyone. This is Kenneth McClary. I look forward to doing this webinar. Boy, do I have a treat for you guys. I am very excited about this. This is my passion. If you know anything about me, you know how much I love doing this. I want to take this time out to first thank my wife. We made a decision to come back into Artists International about 3 weeks ago, and we have been relentlessly working behind the scenes. You have no idea what goes into putting these webinars and putting this stuff together to bring this information to you. So I really want to tell her how much I thank her. Also, I would like to thank my sister-in-law, Michelle Hill Smith. She is the one who does our branding and does all of our graphics and pretty much handles all of the business development. So I'm grateful for her as well. We work tirelessly to get and bring this information to you. So I'm so looking forward. I'm going to give about another minute or so to let you guys get on the webinar, and we're going to get ready to get started. Give me a second. Could you fucking believe that? There it goes. There you go, baby. Sorry about my profanity. I'm sorry. I just want to bring a great webinar. I apologize for that profanity. So I'm going to get started here. First, again, I am Kenneth McClary, guiding you to abundance. The fact of the matter is that the truth is that you are already abundant. So this is not something, what I'm going to be sharing with you tonight, this is what you are already, you're already abundant. You're already wealthy. You already are rich. But it's some of the times we look at life from the outside. I'm gonna ask you to look at life from the inside out. And this is the natural order of things. So we're gonna get into the natural order of life. This concept, abundance mentality, I got it from Mike Dillard. You heard my wife talking a lot about Mike Dillard. I got the concept from him. And I realized that Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich came up with the money consciousness. And he talked about the money consciousness. And some call it the wealth consciousness. Whichever one you want to use, all of them apply. So I'm going to be dealing with all of those synonymously. I might say the abundance mentality. I might go over the wealth consciousness. I might even talk about the money consciousness as well. But all of it is synonymous with the abundance mentality. Next slide. I want each and everyone to know I welcome you. I see you. If you're on this webinar, I see you as an entrepreneur. And as an entrepreneur, our objective is basically to solve problems. At least this is how I see business. We go out and solve problems. One of the things that I see as network marketers is that the problem that we have, most of us are coming into the network marketing industry as an employee. It's nothing wrong with that. However, the mindset to be successful in the network marketing industry, you're going to have to think like an entrepreneur. And I'm going to show you two assets that I believe if you take ownership of those two assets, you're going to be extremely successful. So, and this goes for any industry that you go in. Once you take ownership of these two assets, you'll be extremely successful. So, next slide. What I'm going to be giving you is the key to knowledge, and I'll be also giving you the key to success. So it's the key to knowledge and the key to success. And I want you to take notice that the key to knowledge is actually gold, and the key to success is silver. I did that on purpose because I want you to know that this key is really gold, and this success that is really silver. So it's silver and gold, or gold and silver, which is valuable throughout the earth. Next slide. Again, gold, silver. A lot of us we see wealth. When the idea of wealth comes up, we see wealth as gold, we see it as silver, we see it as precious metals, right? And I don't want to change your perspective. I just want you to see that that is the effect of wealth. That is the material aspect of wealth. I want to get into the cause of wealth, or the essence of wealth, or abundance, which is really you. But I want to show you how that is. So next slide. Diamonds. We're talking about precious metal. We're talking about jewels. We're talking about things that we see as valuable, that's material, right? I want to drive that home, because if I'm going to talk about abundance, if I'm going to talk about being wealthy, I want you to know that I'm not too far away from what I'm saying, is not too far away from what is I consider to be in the world, basically everyone considered to be valuable. It's just that I want to get into the cause of it. I want to get into the essence of it. Next slide. See, the homes. Who doesn't want a nice home? Who doesn't want to live the good life? Everybody does. It's often, though, that we define the good life with material things, and it is so. It is so. I'm not saying that it's not. I'm saying that let's get into the cause of it. So I really wanted to use these pictures to drive home that I vibrate to these nice things as well. I desire these nice things as well, because this is an expression of me. But I want to drive home the fact that this is basically the effect of wealth. This is the material aspect of wealth, which is great, and we all want it, and we all need it if you're going to be living in a material world. I don't want you to think I'm spooked out. No, by all means, I desire these things as well, just like the average person does. I just want to get you to see how you can attract them into your life. Next slide. It's very seldom that we look at wealth, we look at abundance, or we look at riches or money as this. You see this? This is the library. Very seldom do we look at it like this, but at the end of the day, this is where wealth is actually created, is built. You see? So I'm going to get into how that's all so, the abundance mentality. I'm going to show you how that's all so, how you actually create wealth in the laboratory. I look at this as a laboratory, by the way. You create your wealth in this laboratory, both, you know, in your mind and in places like this. It's very seldom that anyone will show you or tell you that this space right here is the cause of wealth. And I want to get into that tonight. Now, we all look at money. I like money. I like those stacks. That's what some people call them, stacks. We all look at money. But I want you to look at money a little bit different tonight. Like I like that. I see that stack of money. I like the way that looks. I could definitely spend it. But I want you to look at this different. The building on the bottom is the Federal Reserve Bank. Now, I want you to, I'm not going to get into conspiracy theories. I'm just going to be stating some facts. The Federal Reserve Bank, which is the central bank of the United States, they print this money, right? And they are a privately or private institution or private corporation. And the reason why I say that is because I want you to see them as you would see any business or any corporation, right? They are manufacturing a product. I know that most people don't see it like that, but since we're dealing with wealth, why not go to the source of who make the money? And the Federal Reserve Bank makes this money. They literally print the money. And this bank, this corporation, is not owned by the United States government. It's a privately held institution, and people own stocks in it. So I really wanted to go in that, and then I'm gonna go a little deeper into the next slide. Now, this is a C note. I think that's Ben Franklin, right? Like I said, the Federal Reserve prints and makes and manufacture this money, right? And I see this dollar, or I mean these $100, right? I see it as a commodity, or I see it as, I do a little bit of foreign exchange, trading the dollar against the euro. But I see this as a commodity. I see it as like you would see apples and oranges, right? It provides a service as well, because what it does is take us out of the bartering system. And here it is, the Federal Reserve is creating a product that allows us to trade without, if I'm making apples and my wife is making oranges, and we don't have to barter like this, we can use this medium of exchange. Now, here's the point that I want to drive home. And mind you, the Federal Reserve makes this. They manufacture this. What can you manufacture? I just want to put that question in your mind. How much does it cost them to manufacture this $100 bill? About 13 cents. I'm gonna be quiet for just a second. It costs the Federal Reserve 13 cents to make this $100 bill. So if you look at it from a product standpoint, you will see the value of what it is that I'm saying here. What can you make? What can you create? And we teach, and this is content, by the way, right? And you'll see how what we're saying in terms of creating content, why that's so valuable. Next slide. Look, listen, and observe. Now, the slides that I was just showing you, I was leading you to this point right here. Looking, listening, and observing. What are you listening, observing? You're going to look, listen, and observe yourself. You're going to look, listen, and observe how you think and how you feel. And the truth is, you should be listening, and observing others as well, but you're going to look, listen, and observe how they think and how they feel. Here's what I found out about the abundance mentality as opposed to the scarcity mentality. We have really entered into a new age. No one can argue that. But a lot of us still have the mentality of scarcity, meaning we look at the world and see lack as opposed to seeing abundance. And the fact of the matter is, whether you have money or not, everything is based on your perception or based on how your sense of awareness. And this process of look, listen, observe will help you coming to a state of awareness. And when you come into a state of awareness, when you're in the process of always learning, right? In the habit of learning, look, listening, and observing, paying attention, living in the now, I'm telling you, you will become much more valuable than you can possibly think of, because you'll have something to give. You will be in a state of awareness. And that is there is no such thing as you being in the state of awareness and broke, right? Especially when we get to this next slide. So let's go to the next slide. Wise words spoken. Wise words spoken. What you say out of your mouth, right, combines both your thoughts and your emotions. I want to deal with these thoughts and your emotions, the conscious, the subconscious, the yin and the yang, the masculine and feminine principle, working in harmony. When you think a thought or you have a thought of what it is that you desire, and you can feel that thought as already being real. For an example, and I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but it's okay. If you can visualize or see yourself in a state of awareness, if you could see yourself in a state of being what it is that you desire, you would have no problem, and feel that, you would have no problem in attracting that. I mean, mind you, you're going to have to maintain that state. You're going to maintain that that desire, that vision. And I'm going to give you two words that I use. I use more, but I want to deal with these two. I am. The two most powerful words in the universe, because it places you in the now. It places you in the present. Let me tell you something about the mind that I found out about. The mind doesn't know the difference between the so-called reality, physical reality, and the reality that you create within yourself, the reality that you create in your mind. So for you to say, I am, like for an example, I like to say in the morning and at night, I am grateful. In fact, I say, I am forever grateful to God, right? What that does, that puts me in a state of gratitude. And it seems as if life does this. Life rewards you more for what it is that you are grateful for, as opposed for what it is that you're not grateful for. So in a sense, not only are you in a state of awareness, because I am places you in a state of awareness, but you are also simultaneously in a state of gratitude. And that, my friend, is the highest form of any type of wealth that you desire to bring into existence. If you can be grateful, some like the word peace, some like the word happiness, love. You can interchange this out. I like gratitude because I did some research on gratitude, and I found that gratitude is the very vibration, is like really the highest vibration, emotional state, right? Whatever it is that you desire, you can already be in that state of having it if you can feel as if you have it, even though on the physical it hasn't manifested yet. This is bad. I want to get past faith, although faith is important, but you're coming into a state of knowing, a state of awareness, because where you're at is you're at a place where I am what it is that I desire. Like literally, I am it. Because let me ask you a question. Whatever it is that you desire, can you feel as if you are already there? If you can feel that, the goal is to maintain that feeling and create the vision of what it is that you desire in the mind. Next slide. Seeing is believing. And this I am implying seeing it through your mind's eye. I am saying invoke your imagination on what it is that you desire. So not only are you implying your spoken word, I am what I desire, right? Not only are you employing that, not only are you listening, and observing. And by the way, by you listening, observing, and practicing what it is that I'm outlining here, what happens is you will see in your mind's eye your desire manifesting before it has fully formed. I don't really want to go too deep. I want to keep this as simple as possible. Look, listen, and observe. Wise words spoken. These are your words. Here's the truth. You are already doing it. You are already speaking your life into existence. It's just whether or not you are aware of it, right? I'm saying, look, listen, and observe yourself so that you could be cognitive of what it is that you are saying out of your mouth. And as you consistently say, I am that, or I am what I desire, I am grateful, because that's the highest form of wealth. It is. You have no idea. Sometimes we post pictures on Facebook, and these are visions that I have. I've never been to that place prior to me posting the picture. And within weeks, me, my wife, and everybody that's in our circle, we are actually there experiencing that. Sometimes it takes money. Some people call it favor. I'm saying use the currency. Your consciousness, your awareness is the highest form of currency. How do I know that? Because the same people that printed the Federal Reserve, the same people that printed the $100 bills, or the same people that got these mansions, they have a consciousness too. So it's a matter of what it is that you know that you don't know that they know. I'm saying most of them practice auto-suggestion, and most of them practice visualization. And that is, seeing is believing. See it first. See it through your mind's eye. Don't worry about 20 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day. Just get in a place and just see it. See where it is that you want to go. Go there, be there, live there in your mind. You don't have to tell nobody. You are talking to you. Every morning when you wake up, say to yourself, I am love. I am peace. I am grateful. Every morning, and feel how it would feel. Where can you go in your mind where you could feel grateful? Where can you go? Where can you go in your mind and you can feel peace? Nothing is stopping you from doing that. This is freedom. You are free to go and roam the earth in your mind whenever you want to. And if you consistently practice this, I'm telling you, you will be there in the physical. Here's what I found. A wise man once said that thought moves at 24 billion miles per second. Matter doesn't travel that fast. So as you are thinking, you are moving literally. As you are visualizing and thinking and speaking, you're moving ahead of time. So your circumstances and the situations have to be created, or you are molding them in your mind as you move forward. So I'm trying to ignite your mind, because what it is that you need in order for you to create the life that you desire, you already have it within you. Next slide. Culture is your way of life. Your values, your customs, your beliefs, your attitude, your state of mind, what it is you hold dear to you. That's your way of life. And I want to backtrack. Look, listen, and observe. Wise words spoken. Seeing is believing. This has to become a part of your way of life, how you do things. This is exactly how me and my wife interact every single day. And we do not know lack. Honestly, not saying that we are multi-millionaires, $10 million, $20 million, $30 million. First of all, I don't even think that we need that in order for us to say that we're wealthy. No, I'm wealthy in the now, whether I have 10, 20, 30, 40 millions or not. Nothing outside dictates who I am. Have you noticed that people all over the world are ready to die for their culture, their way of life? So in what it is that I'm presenting, and you go and do your study and find that what I'm saying is the truth, what are you willing to do to protect your culture? What are you willing to do to protect how you think and how you feel, especially if it's good for you? If you have the idea of wealth and you desire to feel grateful and you are visualizing your life as you see fit, how then can an intruder come inside of your culture and try to deter you from what it is that you are building? This is the real legacy. The real legacy is your ability to pass down a state of mind, really, your way of life. And that is what me and my wife is doing. We building a culture. Dr. Spiller talked about it. We're building a culture of leaders. But leadership is based on a state of being, a state of mind, a way of thinking, a way of feeling, and not letting anything on the outside dictate who and what you are. You determine who and what you are. This is you being the CEO, you being the ruler, you being the leader of your way of life. The way you present and carry yourself is your way of life. The way you think is your way of life. So what I'm saying is practice looking, listening, observing. Practice speaking what it is that you desire into existence. Practice that every single day, at least 3 to 4 times a day. I practice it all day long. Anything that is outside of my positive mentality or my positive state of being, I am grateful. In fact, I say sometimes I'm grateful for the good and the so-called bad, because the so-called bad is good. I'm just not realizing it is good in that moment. But I can't allow my emotions to get out of whack, because if I do allow that, then I am going to suffer the consequences and live in a state of scarcity. You have to take over and take control or take ownership of your assets. These two, how you think and how you feel, is your assets, and they are the most valuable assets on the planet. How do I know? Because there was never a you. There was never a you. I am who I am. You are who you are. And when you are comfortable and confident and know and feel that you are valuable, because you are, and express that through your personality, you're gonna light up the world. A star is born, literally, in the universe. A star is born. Stars don't doubt their brilliance. They accept their brilliance and shine forth. So your culture is your way of life and your way of thinking and your way of feeling. Protect your culture, protect your way of life with all that you have. Next slide. Power is to manifest the truth. What truth? The truth that I speak of is the truth that is within you. The truth is you are the truth. When you come into an awareness of who you are, right? You come to know who you are, what you stand for, accept your culture, look, listening, and observing, speaking, using affirmations, speaking the words that it is that you desire as if it has already been accomplished, or as if you are in possession of it. I am. When you do that, you're visualizing. I'm telling you this. This is what I found. You won't even notice failure. It's not that you will see failure. Oh, that's when you look, listen, and observe it, and you fall short of your objectives. You'll look at that and be like, oh, that's okay. I made a mistake right there, but it doesn't affect you in a way where you say, oh, this don't work. No, you look at it and examine it and be able to move forward. You're able to move forward on that thing, because failure, when you come into an awareness of yourself, when you are directing your emotional state, you're the CEO of yourself. You're the owner of you, right? You was given the free will to own and take ownership of you. And when you do that, failure is not only not an option, you don't even perceive it as such. You don't perceive mistakes as mistakes. You perceive mistakes as lessons. That is absolutely necessary in order to move you forward towards your objective, because you are visualizing, you already see it. And most people around you may not. But if you are in control or took ownership of how you feel, it won't even matter if they don't see it. You see it, and that's all that matters. And this is where I want to go with my life. And so I've decided I'm going to take ownership of it. And the greatest way to do that is look, listening, and observing. Speak wise words spoken. Seeing is believing. and knowing that this is your culture, meaning this is something that you practice, this is something that you're doing every single day. When you do that, I'm telling you, you are the power that will manifest your truth. You will manifest your vision. You will bring into existence what it is that you desire. Next slide. Now, I wrote a book on this, The Abundance Mentality, A Road Less Traveled. If you want a more in-depth outline of what it is that I'm talking about, you can go and get it at theabundancementality.com, www.theabundancementality.com. It is absolutely a quick read, and it goes a little in depth, and it goes into the conscious and the subconscious mind. It goes into thoughts and your emotions, and having these two energies within yourself work together. These are your assets. If you're going to go into an industry, and I look at industry as a world, so you're going to go into these worlds and be a ruler or be a leader, you got to take ownership of how you think and how you feel. You got to. You have to. If you are going to maximize the opportunities that are before you, you have to take ownership of how you think and how you feel. This is very important. The book, my book, outlines that and shows you how to do that step by step, using these same five steps that I was just talking about. It just goes into it a little bit more deeper. This is our site. Nicola outlined last week about the attraction marketing and the 7 steps that she outlined. Actually, it was 8 steps that she outlined, and we was able to create, before she even went into that and went into the webinar last week, we was able to create a system that will actually help you in terms of in this network marketing, in this new space, in this new world of network marketing. And the abundance mentality, we felt that it was very important that we start off with the right mindset, with the right mental attitude that you need in order to be successful in this industry. Because if your mind isn't right, then you're going to have a hard time in terms of moving forward and achieving the success that you desire. However, if your mind is right, basically you'll be able to write your own check. Because here's some statistics real quick. 95 to 97% of network marketers that come into the network marketing industry fail. It's the truth. 3% don't. They become extremely successful or have some level of success. And one of the main reasons that's so is because they must get into the business of developing themselves first. This is absolutely important if you're going to achieve success, because if 97%, I think it's about, last time I checked, it was about 55 or 50, between 55 to 60 million network marketers around the world. If 95 to 97% are failing, that's a lot of people that you can help develop as a leader. But the only way you're going to be able to achieve that is if you are developed, or you are in the process of developing yourself. And as you get in the process of developing yourself, that's very attractive, and they'll want to come to you and get to know, like, and trust you, because you can offer them value in that you can help them develop themselves. And that's what this is all about. This is a business about self-development, personal development, turning on your innate powers or abilities in order for you to accomplish whatever objectives that you have. So I'm going to end this, and I'm going to take some questions. If anybody can hear me, I'm going to take some questions. I'm going to ask my wife, do she wants to come in and chime in on this? Anyone has any questions? Michelle, you said Andrew Andrea had a question on auto suggestion. Auto suggestion and visualization. That's good questions. Basically, auto suggestion or self suggestion is what you say to yourself in the morning and then at night. Because this is the time where you have the least resistance. Your consciousness or your conscious mind is truthfully, because of the way that we was raised, and the way that we was taught, the conscious mind, uh, it has a lot of doubt in it. And so when you are getting ready to go to sleep is less aware. So what you want to do is suggest to yourself what it is that you desire, as if what it is that you desire has already been accomplished. Now, I'm going to give you an example of what it is that I mean. For an example, let's say that I want a new Mercedes Benz. Just say I want a Mercedes Benz. I will get in the state of being of already having that Mercedes Benz. Like, I would actually visualize myself having it. I would speak as if I already have it, and I would carry myself as if I already have it. Let's say I had a pickup truck. I would actually visualize myself getting inside of a pickup truck. When I wake up in the morning, I would take out time to actually visualize myself being in that a Mercedes Benz. I wouldn't see myself in the pickup truck. I would see myself in the Mercedes Benz as opposed to the pickup truck. So this is some ways. Now, the language that I use as far as auto suggestion, I like to use I am, because that places me in the moment of already being what it is that I desire. Now, with my personal, what I say personally, I like to use I am grateful, because that is the highest form. Gratitude is the highest form or the highest vibration in the universe as far as um, energy in the universe. So it seems as if the more you are grateful, the more you are given from life. It's like a key. That's one of the success keys right there. The look, listen, and observe, and speak, and speak those things that be not, or wise words spoken. That is the knowledge key. So you can know that, but when you practice it and actually do it, you produce the result. I hope that answered your question. If not, ask it again in a more detailed way, and I'll be definitely ready to answer it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Wendy. Any more questions? Any more questions? Okay, let me see. No, I'm still here, Wendy. Yes, if she has any questions, I'll put them in the chat box. Hold on, Nicola is coming on. Hold on one second.
Hello, everyone. Nicola Hill here is a awesome, awesome, awesome. Um, this was awesome. I hear it every day, so I was listening in and everything. So a lot of this stuff, I was definitely um, just intrigued, because this is what helped me to change my mindset and to bring the wealth into my life just by thinking it. A lot of you, we just put it out today, but we will be having a workshop this Saturday here in Atlanta, Georgia. We're trying to get it live streamed. As well as going to be Platinum President Juanita Craft, me, Nicola Hill, my husband Kenneth, and my sister Michelle Hill Smith. We have a lot that we're going to be going over. It's from 11 to 3. p.m. on Saturday, and it's at the Courtyard Marriott right in Camp Creek, 3400. Is Camp Creek Boulevard, I think. But I will have the information up on my page. And admission is $12, and we're going to have it set up where you guys can pay. Early bird is $12. Okay, so anyone that's in the Atlanta area, we want to have you there. And this is going to be an awesome training. Platinum President Juanita has an awesome system with the trinary to teach you guys how to build your organization with just 3 legs, and how you can take advantage of the Power Start and go platinum with just 3 legs. So Michelle Hill just put the address up there. It's at the Courtyard Marriott, 3400 Creek Point Drive in East Point, Georgia, 30344. That is going to be, it's going to be a workshop, you guys, hands-on, role play, whatever you guys need. We just wanted to get this information. We think that one-on-one training, we're going to have these workshops every single month for you guys to help you guys grow your organization and get the information that you guys need. So is there any more questions? Everyone is just telling you thank you, thank you, thank you. I guess no one has any questions. Let's see. Okay, so I'll let Kenneth close us out. Hold on.
Okay, if no one has any more questions, I'll wait about 5 more minutes and we'll close this out. And I am so grateful that so many people like this. I love this abundance mentality. I love the wealth consciousness. We've been sold a bill of goods in terms of looking for wealth on the outside of us, when in truth, it has always been on the inside. It's just that we wasn't aware of it. And now that we're going into we're pretty much in the new world, the new age. Now it's time to think different, because the old way of thinking will not get you nowhere. And it is all about how you think and how you feel, and you taking ownership of that mentality. So if there is no more questions, I want to thank everyone for being on the webinar. I want to thank my sister-in-law. Came through. She did a thing. This webinar was absolutely amazing as far as the pictures and what it is that I was trying to convey. And I want to thank my wife, Dr. Spiller, and the whole Artist International family. We are doing some amazing things, and all we have to do is just be patient, follow the process, and I'm telling you, you are going to create and manifest some great things. Thank you. So with that said, good night, everyone, and I look forward to the next one. Thank you.